Hey everybody, and welcome to the Team Tuesday of September. And have my little trusty notes here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I am looking at. Let me get some things moved around here, and we will get started. Let's see. Alrighty. So the first thing I want to do is I want to welcome, we had 8 new team members this month. So that's way to go. That's awesome. We had Cheryl Wilhite, was brought in by Margaret Jones, had Valerie Muchler by Marla Dallavosio, Yulia and Ekaterina, both were brought in by Yulia Gerard. We have Ozana and Olga, which were joined us through Katerina. We have Alice, who joined through Vicky, and then we have Tracy, who is my newest team member. So welcome to the ladies, and welcome to the team, and we're happy to have you on here. And congratulations to all of you who grew your team. Awesome, way to go. So the next thing, I will just jump right into some business, because I think Gary's going to be on at 7, so we want to be through in time to listen to Gary. So if you haven't noticed, in your back office, your TLC, the TL changes are in effect. So a loyalty club client, you know, they have a doorstep delivery every 60 days. Starting their 3rd delivery, it's free shipping. And we originally had where their doorstep delivery included the core 4, your cleanser, your toner, your day, and your nighttime moisturizer. Well, it's exciting that the changes have come in that we can put anything that they want in their basket. We can make it larger. We can have the core 4 plus everything else. Or if, let's say, they just want to purchase 6 lipsticks, that's $144. They can purchase the 6 lipsticks, and that is their loyalty club order. The only requirement is that it hits 140 retail, and that comes out to 120 their cost. So that when, you know how in the back, if you've done orders, you know that the discounted price is what shows up. So as you're adding everything, just make sure it totals to 120, and they're good. So even on their reorders, so be sure and contact your loyalty club of clients and work with them on their next order. They may want to change over, they may want to increase, but so you have that option. And of course, the best thing is to go ahead and get them started on their 4 core, because you know the trifecta is your skincare, your foundation, and your mascara. You get a lady started in one of those 3, preferably all 3, they're going to be a client for life. So of course, you want to try to get them in that skincare as their first one if you can. So then the next thing that is exciting is our Hostess program. I don't know if you've noticed in the back office at the top, there's a new tab that is parties. And so underneath that tab called parties, there is creating a party, there's open parties and closed parties. And we'll go into more detail on that. In fact, there is a training video, and I will be posting that into Facebook, and it will eventually go into our resource library. I just checked it a few minutes ago, and it's not there right now, but it's a nice how-to video that just shows you step by step by step. And we can do that as a training class maybe one day, a separate different video than this one, because there are several different little parts. But the key thing to know is that your hostess needs to be a client before you can create the party. And of course, all the orders have to be online and go through that party in order for her to get her credit. But the one thing that is back there right now is the Hostess Reward pamphlet, and it's under new. Under, when you go to your resource library, you go to new. I think it's like almost the last thing in there. But when you print it, if you print it on your printer that has an automatic flip to it, and you can choose flip on short side, because it is landscape, and make sure you change your printer to print landscape. And so it comes out to a nice little booklet, and they're calling it a beauty break. I really like that because that covers everything. It's a nice beauty break. It sounds fun. It sounds interesting. You know, you can use that anywhere. And it talks about having either a virtual party or an in-home party. It talks about how the party works. So it's great for you to sit with your hostess and walk through. It talks about sign up as your retail client, receive up to 45% discount on your rewards. And if you're a loyalty club, then you get up to 60% in your rewards. And then, of course, it mentions about hosting online and in home. And then the third page is the actual hostess rewards themselves. And I've just stuck it in there as a pullout. I'm sure they're going to have this where we can order them, but hey, I can print it out now and give it to people. And remember, this is paid for by the company. So this doesn't come out of our pockets, and it's a great thing. I mean, for example, let's say you had a $600 show, and she's a retail client, 3 products, she gets 30% off. She's a TLC, which would be the best thing. She gets 3 products at 45% off. So just think about it. She's a TLC. She gets her Core 4. She can get all of her anti-aging for 45% off. And that's with 1 booking. Now, she has 2 bookings. She will get what they call a hostess credit, and that's in dollars. So with 1 booking, so over here is your dollar amount. With 1 booking, this is her percentage number of items that she gets at a certain percentage. And if she's a loyalty client, then it's the number of items she gets at that percentage. And now then, I'm not sharing my screen because my driver for my video is still messed up. I'm getting a new one, so that will be fixed so that we can share screen normal. Martha, that is an 8.5 by 11. This is a regular size 8.5 by 11 paper. And over here, this is when she has 2 bookings, she gets free credit for free products. So that example where we talked about the 600, she would get $115 in free product. And she doesn't have to use it right then. That is credited to her account. So she's a loyalty club. She's now got $115 credit in her account. So her next doorstep delivery is almost paid for. So this is a really, really lucrative hostess program. And other people who are in other companies have said that this is a very, very excellent as it compares to some of theirs. So let's see how we're doing on time. And like I said, I will be posting the flyers in your back office, and I'll post it in Facebook. I'll also be posting the training in Facebook. And if you need me to email it to you, just text me or email me, and I will get that to you. So the next thing I want to get into is Lips and Sips Party. This is Nancy Miller presented this on the Gold Call. So if you were on the Gold Call, you probably have already seen this. But this is, I thought it was an amazing way to do a fun party. Women love to play with lipstick, and they get carried away, and it's easy, it's simple. One, if you've already presented skincare to them, this is another, you can go back and say, hey, we've got lipstick now, let's do a Lips and Sips party. And you can do it where lips, you bring the lips, I bring the sips, or you can just have them have lemonade and iced tea. It's totally up to you, but just Lips and Sips sounded like a cute little party, a cute name. So basically, let's say you haven't done a skincare party with them, that's okay. And maybe you kind of are apprehensive about doing a skincare because you don't really know what to say or anything. This is a great segue because it is so easy to share lipstick, ladies. So basically, you would go in with your case, you would set up a display of your skincare and just set it out. That's it. Then you would have your 6 lip colors. and you could have it, you could just set it on the table on your placemat. You could just set it on that we have in the team docs for you, print it out. And I know some of you have earned that as gifts. So you have your lip colors, and then each person has a little plate. This, you can get these at the grocery store, you can get these at Sam's, wherever, but each person has one of these plates. They have, you know, a mirror. I got this at the dollar store. Okay, this is a great, I had some that were a little bit more expensive, and you know, everybody prefers these because everybody kind of likes to look in that oval shaped mirror, and you can set it up to where they can look in it. Again, dollar store, that's it. And you would have, each person needs some napkins. Now, I have mine cut up. I took a bounty paper towel, cut it in half, then cut it here, and then cut it here, and they would need at least 6 of these. If you don't want to cut them up, just give them a paper towel. It's okay. Make it easy on you, make it easy on the hostess. So, and they would each need, if you have some spatulas, if you have any lip sponges, if you have lip brushes, or they can use their finger. That's it. I mean, they can use their finger. Don't stress over it. Make it fun. If you're having fun, they're having fun. Okay? If you're stressed, they're going to be stressed. It's kind of like your dog kind of feels it. It's the same way with hostess. Just have fun. Let it go. So first thing you would do, oh, and then this is the little sheet, or if you have another one that lists the colors and everything, that Nancy said she tried several different sheets, and this is the one that seemed to be the biggest hit that people wanted to bring home because it showed the colors and it shows the numbers and everything. So if you want to send something home with them, you know, you always want to send something in their hand. So the way this works, so they get there, you have all that set up. It's real simple, easy, boom, 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 here. And you could have the icebreaker be a lipstick personality quiz, or you cannot have an icebreaker at all. Totally up to you. Again, if you need that personality quiz, we'll post that on Facebook, and we can email it if you need. So you just get started. You talk a little bit about the microbiome, pre and probiotics. If you want to use Gary's intro, that's fine too. And then it's all about them. You start asking them, Terry, how do you like, what kind of lip colors do you wear? Jeanette, what about you? What kind of colors do you like? Do you wear lipstick every day? And just let everybody go around the room and say what they think about lip colors. And so then you get started. And the rule is every person has to try every single color. And you start with Bordeaux. And you're going to have the natural girl who tells you, I only wear nude lip color. And then you say, well, that's the fun of this. We're just trying it on. We're going to wipe it off. Everybody's lips are different color, so the lip colors come out different, and so it's fun to see how it looks on everybody. And almost every single time, that person who only wears a nude lip color ends up loving the Bordeaux and purchases the Bordeaux. It's just because it's something they've never tried. So they put the color on, they look at it, they all like it. Time to move on to the next color. They take the paper towel. If you have any of the old BC eye makeup remover or any of the micellar water, you could probably also use our tonic to remove it, but don't make it too wet. Just put just a little bit on it, remove it, and have them then dry their lips. And don't use anything that's oil-based, because if it's oil-based, well, now their lips are oily. They put the lip color on, it's going to immediately bleed on their face, and they're going to say, I don't really like this color. So avoid oil-based removing. So then remove the color off. Make sure you take a spatula, or if you have one of the scoop spatulas, that's fine too. Scrape some of the color off. Put it on their plate. And then they take the color off of their plate and apply it just with their finger or with a brush. Actually, finger probably, unless it, you know, there are some people that don't like to put anything on their finger, but it actually would probably go on better because you would get more of a true color that way, unless you actually had the little brushes, and then the brushes would give a true color as well. And so then they just go and they've tried. And Nancy said, just watch the people who put on lipstick, because she says it's amazing how everybody puts it on different. It's just such an art. And then at the very end, now they've got all 6 colors on their plate. Tell them how to mix and match. For example, primrose and red together makes a pink and red. Or the bear and the Bordeaux. Let's say somebody loves the Bordeaux, but it's just a little bit too dark. You put that Bordeaux on, you come back with the bear, put it on, it tones it down. Or you can show them how to put like the bear right in the center for a little bit of a pouty look. So, and they all just love all of that. Now, and when you close them, you make sure you let them know that they need at least 4 colors for a wardrobe of lipstick, and 6 is the best, because everybody needs a wardrobe of colors. You need a red, you need a pink, you need a wine, and you need a neutral. Everybody needs those colors. Think about it. Saturdays, you need your neutral when you're playing soccer. And then you kind of give them an examples, because if they don't have an example to think about, then they're just like, whatever. They need the red for the night that they're going out to dinner with their husband, or they're going out with their girlfriends. They need the pink during the week, just for something subtle. And Bordeaux is the color of the season. So when fall gets here, everybody will need a Bordeaux. It is, if you look in the fall magazines, that's the color, that's it. So now some people are going to say, well, I can get 4. We'll try to get them, explain to them that they need at least 2 colors, because that way they can have the 2 colors, and that would give them 3 up to 4 different options of colors. Because when you layer colors, the order of layering makes a difference as well. And so another thing fun that she does, that's optional, it's just totally up to you, it depends on your comfort zone, that she takes a picture of them in each color. And I will post that collage that she did. So, and again on Facebook, she used True Pick, and after each color, she took a picture of each person for each color. So then when it came time for them to place their order, and they're trying to decide, oh, I don't remember if I like the Bordeaux, if I like the primrose, then she can pull it up on her phone and show her where the color is and what she looked like in the color. And then after the party, she took and made a collage for Jeanette. She went and she found all of Jeanette's colors, put them together in the True Pick, and made a collage, and she sent it to them. Again, this is just optional. If you're not comfortable doing that, don't let that stop you from doing a Lips and Sips party. That's just something extra to do if you want, okay? And but what's good about that collage, you can send it as a thank you to her. It's a thing that you could even put it on her Facebook page and say, hey, Jeanette, I had so much fun with you last night. Can't wait till we get together again, and post a picture of her with all of her lips. Now, if you know the person that might be sensitive about that, you may want to ask them, but most people have their settings set to where they have to approve what gets put on their timeline. But that's a great way to advertise subtly without advertising your products. Just saying. It's another thing you can put if you have a group. You can take these collages. We had a great time at Martha's party last night. Check out her pics from the party. And so that's another engagement thing. Which is your favorite on Martha? It's a great engagement post in Facebook. So your takeaway is to make a list of 10 people who love lip color. Just think. And again, go back, pull out your phone and start thinking. If you're at a roadblock, oh yeah, she loves lip color, or oh, his wife loves lip color. Make your list of 10. I encourage you, if you haven't gotten your lip colors yet, to get a full set so that you have it in your demo. And then of course you need a full wardrobe yourself so that you can advertise as you're wearing it every day. You're a product of your product. And if you've never placed an order and you don't know how, be sure and let your upline know. We'll be glad to help you with that. So we're doing pretty good on time. uh, go on. The next thing I want to, just a couple of housekeeping. Don't forget, we have our founders trip to Unico coming up in January. It's going to be so much fun, and qualifications is bringing in new business and have like 3 parties a week, and you'll be able to qualify for this trip. If you want to know more details and want to work it out, you'll sit with, again, me or your upline, and we'll be more than happy to help you figure out a plan on how to get there. But just new business, ladies. We bring in new clients. That's how you are going to make your best profit. And our next Tuesday night call will be October the 2nd. And again, if you're in my area, you're always welcome to stop by. Just be sure and let me know so that I can make sure that I have moved my video into the other room so you don't have to play with my 6 dogs all night. And this Saturday, those of you in the Houston area, at 10 a.m., Sue is having an in-person meeting at her house. And then if you're in the Cypress area, I'll be having one at my house at 10. Again, just let us know so we'll be sure and have enough materials prepared for everybody. And we've got our product training with Gary at 7. And for those of you who are really looking to grow your business, I highly encourage you to register for the Gold Call. It doesn't mean you have to listen to each of them. It just means that you've got access to all the recordings so that if there's something that you want to listen to, it's available. And today, Sue and Karina were on the call, and they did a great job. And I think, in fact, I know Lynn posted a segment of that in Bud World. So be sure and go back and watch that so that you can see some of the tips they did on selling. So I'm going to unmute everybody and see what kind of questions we have. All righty. Anybody have any questions?
So when does the Hostess program start?
It's already started. It's ready to go. They've been using it. There was a few glitches last week, but they are, we were told today that those glitches should have been fixed, and it's ready to go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? So what about good news? Does anyone have some good news? I know, Margaret, you did. You had a new recruit this month.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I did that. I'm hoping that she will attend Sue's meeting with me on Saturday. And so that was good news. Very good news. What color lips color do you have on tonight?
What color do you think it is?
I have no idea. It's not Bordeaux. It's not Bordeaux. It's not dark enough for Bordeaux.
I'm laughing because we had this conversation before everybody got on. It's actually primrose, and we are speculating that the light is making it look a little bit different from far away. So I'm going to get up close like I did earlier, and you can see.
A little bit more pinky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's the primrose. But back to what we were saying earlier, it looks different on everybody's lips. And if you put it on in the tube versus your finger or a brush, and so it makes a difference. And the other thing, I just thought about it, Jeanette, to answer your question. This is about the 3rd time I put it on today, this afternoon, and I know the first time you put it on, it's kind of like lip stain. It kind of just a light color, and then the more times you put it on, the darker it gets. So that's probably why it looks darker than what we thought it normally looked, because I already had the base lip stain on there.
Jill, I have a question. Do we have
Yes.
like kind of like a set sheet or something that we're doing when we do lip colors? How are we doing that?
Actually, no. This is the one that Nancy said worked really good for her. And when I asked Nancy about how she was having everyone order, and she said she's working towards Unico trip, and she's not keeping inventory. She's having everybody order online, and it's a party for the hostess. So you have 6 people there, and each one of them orders. I know I'm answering more than what you asked, but but if each one of them orders just one lipstick, then she's already getting 15% off one product and 30% off if she's a TLC, and she gets a $15 credit. But Nancy said most people average 2 to 3 lipsticks each person. And of course, with that type of party, you could have 10 to 15 people there. And brainstorming with Julie Baldridge the other day, we were talking about saving time. If you did have 10 to 15 people there, maybe get there a little early and go ahead and have the color set up for the people so that you don't have to spend time dispensing to everybody if you have a large group. And that would save time.
Lost somebody. So we're not going to do like kind of like a set sheet or something like we did for skincare. You know, where in case you have to have a timing issue getting it logged into the computer. So
you know what? That's a good question. I always keep remember that original TLC registration sheet that we had? I always keep some of those with me, and that way I can write it down. But that's a really good idea. We should, we'll work on getting that out because we do need to put the colors on there. So in case somebody wants to just circle, that would make it easier.
And if you have a group like your 9 or 10, then they can just fill it out and you can do them when you got home or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Margaret. That's a really good idea. We'll work on trying to get that set up for you.
I'll work on it too, and if I get something, I'll send it to you.
Okay, that'd be awesome. And we could just put it on the existing set sheet, you know, where we've got the products on the back side. I mean, the order form where we've got the products on the back. We could just put another column right there.
I don't think I know what set sheet you're talking about. They got stuff on the back side.
I mean, the order form. The order form.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be ideal to have them all pulled together. Okay, yep. I'll look at that and see what I can do.
All right, awesome. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've got just a minute before Gary. Any other questions?
Jill, I don't see him out there. I just got on Facebook. I don't see him.
Okay, so I couldn't remember if he said he was going to be, this was the week he was going to be off, or if it was further in the month.
I don't know. Usually he's on there by now.
Oh, is he? Okay. So maybe he is taking a break.
All I see is discussion. I don't see him.
Okay.
Sometimes he doesn't come on right smack dab at 7, but pretty close.
Hey, Jill. If